What if the key to your next big success was hidden inside a box of old home movies? Sounds intriguing, right? But for true crime writer Ellison Oswalt, what he found was less of a breakthrough and more of a one-way ticket to a living nightmare. This is the chilling story of Sinister, a film that redefines the meaning of a haunted house. Ellison is down on his luck. His last bestseller was years ago, and he's desperate for another hit. So he makes a rather questionable decision. He moves his wife and 2 young children into a house where a gruesome, unsolved murder took place. He's hoping the dark history of the place will spark some inspiration. He just doesn't tell his family that they're living in a crime scene. A bit of a red flag, you might think, but Ellison is convinced this is his big chance. While settling in, he stumbles upon a dusty box in the attic. Inside, he finds an old 8mm projector and a collection of film reels. The labels are innocent enough: family hanging out, pool party, BBQ. Late one night, curiosity gets the better of him. He sets up the projector, pours a drink, and starts watching. The first film, Family Hanging Out, seems normal at first. A family is tied up with ropes, their faces covered with bags. They're all sitting under a large tree branch. Then, without warning, a mechanism is triggered, and the branch lifts them into the air, ending their lives in a horrifying, choreographed execution. Ellison is stunned, shaken to his core. He thought he was moving into the site of one tragedy, but this film proves there are more. Driven by a morbid mix of fear and professional ambition, he continues to watch the other reels. Each one is a snuff film, documenting the brutal demise of a different family. But as he pores over the footage, he notices something else. Something that makes his blood run cold. In every single film, just before the horror begins, a figure appears. It's a tall, slender man with long, dark hair and a pale, almost mask-like face. Its features are distorted into a grotesque, permanent grin. This spectral observer is always there, lurking in the shadows, watching the chaos unfold. Who is this man? Is he the killer? Or something far, far worse? Ellison's investigation takes him down a dark rabbit hole. He contacts a local deputy who is a fan of his work, feeding him information under the guise of research. He also consults a professor of occult studies, Professor Jonas. Through their combined efforts, a terrifying picture begins to form. The strange figure in the films is not a man at all. It's an ancient pagan deity known as Bughuul, or Mr. Boogie. According to the professor, Bughuul is an entity that consumes the souls of children. He operates through images, using them as gateways from his world into ours. His method is insidious. He targets one child in a family, corrupting them over time. Once the child is fully under his influence, they are compelled to murder their entire family, capturing the act on film as an artistic offering to Bughuul. After the deed is done, Bughuul takes the child's soul and disappears, leaving the cursed home movies behind as a trap for the next family to find. Suddenly, it all clicks for Ellison. The pattern is clear. A family moves into a house where a previous family was murdered. They find the films. The cycle begins anew. And now, Ellison's own family is living in the latest link in this horrific chain. The puzzle pieces are falling into place, but the image they create is one of pure terror. As Ellison digs deeper, the supernatural activity in the house escalates. He hears strange noises, sees ghostly apparitions of the murdered children, and feels a constant, oppressive presence. His son, Trevor, suffers from terrifying night terrors, while his young daughter, Ashley, a budding artist, becomes quiet and withdrawn, drawing disturbing pictures on the walls. The very act of watching the films has opened a door, and Bughuul is slowly seeping into their lives. Professor Jonas warns him, practically begs him, to stop, destroy the films, move out of the house, break the chain. But Ellison is obsessed. He's on the verge of the biggest story of his career, a story that could make him famous again. He tells himself he's doing it to solve the mystery, to bring justice to the victims, but the truth is, his ambition has blinded him to the immediate danger his family is in. He tries to balance his investigation with being a father, but the two worlds collide violently. One night, he finds the film projector running on its own in the attic. This time, it's showing extended cuts of the murder films. He sees the missing children from each family, appearing as ghostly figures after the murders, a chilling smile on their faces as they look at the camera. He realizes the children aren't victims in the way he thought. They are the perpetrators, corrupted by Bughuul to become his little executioners. The final straw comes when Bughuul himself appears on Ellison's laptop screen during a video call with Professor Jonas. The terrifying face lunges at him, and Ellison slams the laptop shut, finally understanding the true gravity of the situation. He grabs a hammer, rushes to the attic, and smashes the camera and the films to pieces. He tells his wife they're leaving now. They pack up in a panic and flee the house, hoping they've escaped the curse. They move back to their old home, breathing a collective sigh of relief. It seems over. Ellison feels a message from the deputy, telling him that all the murdered families had previously lived in the house where the last murders took place before moving. Ellison's blood freezes. By moving out of the murder house, he hasn't broken the chain. He has completed it. He followed the pattern perfectly. Just then, a box appears in his new attic. The film projector is there, fully repaired. A new reel of film is loaded, labeled House Painting. As the film begins to play, Ellison feels a strange, liquid sensation. He looks down at his coffee. It's been drugged. His vision blurs, and he slumps to the floor, paralyzed. His daughter, Ashley, appears, holding an axe. "Don't worry, Daddy," she says calmly. "I'll make you famous again." She's wearing the same serene, chilling expression as the other children from the films. Behind her, Bughuul materializes from the shadows, placing a hand on her shoulder. The camera keeps rolling as Ashley approaches her family, ready to create her masterpiece. The final scene of the film is Ellison's own murder, captured for the next family to find. Ashley draws a picture of the event, adding it to the collection inside the film box. In the box, we see her, now a ghostly child alongside the others, trapped forever in Bughuul's celluloid prison. The cycle is complete, and Mr. Boogie is waiting for his next audience. Sinister is a masterclass in tension, proving that some stories are best left undiscovered, and some doors are best left unopened. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of horror's most terrifying films, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let me know in the comments what movie you want me to cover next. See you then.